really love it.
Is it fair to classify it as a job, or is that unfair? I mean, obviously everyone's gonna answer that differently. I think it comes down to their level of passion, desire to
Mhm.
play the game. Um, I think you were able to reach your level for multiple reasons, but I mean, I do know that like you loved the game. So, did you ever consider it a job as someone who just I mean, you just laid out here's what happens when you play at a potential Division 1 college. Might be some differences here and there depending on the school, right? But like did so with that right there, did you ever think to yourself like what am I doing? Like do I want to do this? Like did you like is a job how you felt at one point in time or no?
Uh, for me, it never felt that way for soccer. For school, it felt like that for me. But for soccer, no, just because I've always loved the sport. For other people, I definitely heard that in the locker room. And like coach would even say that kind of jokingly, like, take care of your bodies, like this is your job, get in recovery, like don't do anything stupid over break because like this is your job. Um, and it definitely like is the time of a job. So like for example, if I didn't play sports in school, I would have been working. So
Yeah.
like it's the same time commitment. I would just say the way whether it feels like a job or not is just how you approach the sport.
Man, I feel like someone could watch this and just be able to be like the day in the life of a Division 1 soccer player. Is there anything that I haven't asked or touched on that in terms of passing on information to someone who wants to potentially reach the shoes that you were in, or um, anything that comes to mind in terms of like I would have done this completely different. So I kind of want to leave it open to something that you would like to share, just because I know it comes from such a place of like care, of the individual self. Like, so if you met someone who said, "Hey, Karissa, I want to play for a Division 1 team," and she's like, say, 12 or 13, on the younger side, what would be some of the things? I know it's not just one thing. That's why when I say like mentality, it's just there's so many pieces to the puzzle. But like, what would be some of the things that you would advise someone on that journey?
I've said it before, and people say this all the time, but don't just pick the school because of soccer. So, yes, soccer is a lot of your time there, but the values of the school are going to be reflected in your soccer curriculum.
Hmm.
So, like for me, I had Christian values, but I went to an extremely secular, private, non Christian school. And so, for me personally, that was very difficult. But if those aren't your values, like that's fine. And I actually grew a ton in that environment. I'm thankful for that. Um, but I would say just looking at the school holistically and like maybe reading some of the professors' feedback because
Hmm.
honestly, some people that can totally change your academic experiences, like whether you have good relationships with your professors or not. So